All right, it's February the 25th, I think. 24th, 25th, something like that. I think I just put together a little update. I noticed this earlier. These are some of the carrots that I had transplanted a few weeks back. I think about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. Basically, I just pulled them out of the pots and I put them into my little hybrid pipe setup here, aquaponic pipe setup, and they're growing. I mean, I'm getting more root ball than I am actual carrot, but see all this bright green? That's all new growth. Bright green is here. I haven't pulled it out to see how big it's gotten. But look at that. Look at that. Little baby carrot. I mean, it's not anything terribly exciting. It's more experiment than anything else. But I thought I'd share that with you. These here are last year's jalapenos. And starting to see some new leaf growth. Nothing crazy. One thing I'm probably going to do is trim these back except for the new leaf growth. And I'm hoping to get a little bit ahead of the curve. That way I don't have to wait for these plants to grow all the way up to where they are now. But I haven't paid too much attention to them other than watering them. Here's one of those carrots too that I transplanted. And it's going really nice. See, got a couple here. Everybody's got to share space. These guys are doing pretty good. And I'd move them all around to give them some space from each other. And they're all greened up. This is where I pulled a lot of carrots out. You can see there's a lot of space. I'm going to be watering these here in a little bit. I'd like to look through for some decent sized carrots though. That way I can make some more space, and I'd eventually like to reuse this container. And over here to my two aquaponic grow beds. Look at this carrot. This thing is really... And this is all new growth here. The bright green is all new. This guy. See the top of that carrot? Like I mentioned before in one of my previous posts, the only thing I wasn't real happy about with the aquaponics setup with carrots is they tend to be more root fine. It's the root ball is made up of a finer web of roots rather than the big corn. I'm sorry, the big carrot piece. But, you know, we're getting a lot more light. It's definitely warmed up. What I've been doing is I bought a couple of these. They're on special over at Lowe's. These are 60-watt LEDs, but they only use 9 watts of power. So I have a couple of these hanging as soon as the sun goes down. Haven't set up the timer yet, so I've just been doing it by memory. These come on. So all my plants are getting double the light. Here's some new seedlings. They've already germinated. I believe these here are spinach. I got to transplant those. I also got some radishes. Here's a jalapeno. Look at this. I already got a little jalapeno on there. Tiny little baby plant. I'm going to let that get a little bit bigger. And haven't decided whether I'll keep it in here or whether I'll take it outside. Because jalapenos seem to do much better in the soil and in the sun. Look at these carrots. This is great because this is all, there was nothing there. These just rarely poking out, and look at that, coming out like grass. Now, if you've seen watched the last update, this little pecan tree had lost all of its leaves, and look at this. And we got some little limbs popping out there. It's a new greenage. That's great. Love to see that. And here's some more seedlings. This is some spinach, and I believe these are radishes. And I just wanted to see if the growth would be different if I pull these out of the little containers that I had and put them right into my Aquaponics. Look at that. You see, that's some little roots. That's some nice root growth. Oops. There you go. I messed that up. But I love to see this. Spring is definitely on its way. Like I said, we're here at the end of February. I'll show you some of the other carrots that I had moved from this container outside. Show you how those are doing. Let me pause for a second. Okay. Now here's some of the carrots. They're actually doing better. Some of them had dried up. I'm seeing some brand new growth pop up. I probably need to hit these up with a little bit of water right now. But I moved about, I think 14 plants into this container. From the little baby carrots that I had growing in that half wheelbarrow container inside. You know, I know they went to a little bit of shock, but they're all popping back. It's nice to see. All right, I just wanted to end this one on my stock tank here. Let's see, I got a bunch of there's all the goldfish that survived through the winter, and as soon as they hear me, they know it's feeding time. But let's check the temperature. See, the water is about 55 degrees. Got kind of cold the last 3 nights, gone down to about 34. But this isn't bad. I got a couple of 300 watt heaters in here. I still haven't turned them off. And so they've kept the water getting no lower than probably about 45 degrees. So this is actually pretty nice. So this is about 10 degrees above what the two 300 watt heaters can provide. And this is what, 1,000 liters? I don't remember what that is. 425 gallons, something like that. Still kind of murky, but believe it or not, it's actually cleared up quite a bit. I need to introduce a couple more algae eaters because I know I had 3 of them, but I found 2 floating. They don't take too kindly to cold weather, so they didn't make it through the winter. I'm hoping I still have one in there and hasn't been eaten by the catfish. But they're not that expensive anyways, and they grow very quickly. So I'm probably going to pick up 2 or 3 here in the next few days and put them in here. And they will take care of this algae in just a couple weeks. Believe me, this is the exact same thing that I went through last year. But I'll keep you updated. And hey, I'll be happy that, well, at least I'm in a part of the country where spring is on its way. All right, till next time.